Well, it's great to always see a bit of creation of work through from its start to its finish. And Brothers of Italy was filming here in the Isle of Man, and we got on set and we were talking to Marco and his team. And I'm very glad that he's now joining us from the UK, but getting ready, of course, Marco, to come to the Isle of Man, because this big event on Monday with the RTS Isle of Man branch, which I believe is almost a sellout, which is fantastic. You're going to get a screening of your film here in the Isle of Man, made in the Isle of Man. What could be better than that?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. When we spoke with the guys at Isla Media, and they wanted to kind of combine the RTS event and the screening of Brothers of Italy on the Isle of Man, because we've already done one in the UK and it's already kind of been seen in America at a festival and in Italy. So it's quite nice that we've got one in the Isle of Man. They said, let's combine the two. I was like, yeah, that works for us. And then they were like, yeah, so we're going to do this venue that's got 100 and however many seats. And then about a week ago, they were like, "Oh yeah, we've sold out." And I was like, "Brilliant! Like that's what more could we ask for, really?"
Tell us about what people will see and this journey, because I know it's a continuation, isn't it? Really, this is your calling card. It's a short film, isn't it? As such.
Yeah, it is. It is a short film, but it's actually used better and was written in mind of being used as a TV pilot rather than a short. Which is why the story isn't the way it is. It doesn't have a lot of short films conclude at the end in a certain way, so you get a kind of an A to B and you get the full story. Where Brothers of Italy is slightly different on that, in that we kind of leave a lot of things open at the end of the film, which is kind of done on purpose, because at the moment we're pitching and creating a treatment, which we've almost finished, for a 6-part TV series that is based around that story. So the story follows two Italian brothers. Well, one was my grandfather, the other was his brother, and their journey during the war and the life back home in mainland UK, when one brother was on the front line fighting with the Allies, the other brother was interned on the Isle of Man, and then the family left at home to kind of deal with knowing their sons are both on opposite sides during the war, which tends to happen quite a lot. When you start to look into it, it's happened so many times over history that families have been divided by war.
Well, you very kindly gave us a clip, so we've got a minute of this. Let's have a look at this and people can get an idea what we're going to see. Here it is.
È giunta allora l'è della cuccagna. Signori, il pranzo è servito.
Here you go, lad. Home sweet home. You lot are welcome to him.
Oh, how's that for room service, Sarge? Bang on, good time.
What'd you call this again?
Gnocchi alla Friulana, surgeon. I'm sure you remember.
Yeah, I remember you and all. And got your Ponzi officer friend in here, have you? You want to watch your back, you will.
Well, it looks great. If people have got a ticket for Monday night at Ballacameen for the RTS event, even better. How did you find the Isle of Man as a filming location, by the way? I know it's set here, but I mean, how do you find the whole thing?
I thought the Isle of Man was brilliant. I loved being on there. I've got very good memories of the Isle of Man. It's the first time that I visited was in prep for this, and we kind of came over to the island like 3 or 4 times over the course of the build-up to filming the short. And yeah, everyone's great. Everyone's so supportive about film. I mean, I work alongside kind of creating my own content. I work in TV and film in the UK. That's kind of it's my kind of, I suppose, day job. And the difference in how supportive people are about film in the Isle of Man is tenfold. How easy things are to do. Like we shot the kind of exteriors to the internment camp. We shot on Peel Promenade. And when we wanted to do that, I wanted to build a barbed wire fence. Now, obviously, I had restricted money, so it was only able to be like 25, 26 feet long, but we allowed us to shoot around something that looked like these houses, which were still in the same condition that they would have been and still looked the same as they would have been in the 40s. So in order to obviously build a barbed wire fence in the middle of the road, we'd have to shut the road for 3 days. And it was one of the simplest processes that it could have possibly been.
That's good to hear. We're seeing some pictures of it, 'cause it is quite funny. You know, it's a very small bit of barbed wire, but you get the shots. You work around those restrictions you've got on your budgets, obviously.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'd love to have done a big wide of a a crane sweeping in and seeing the full length of the barbed wire fence. But obviously,
Yeah.
when you've got relatively no money, then you have to kind of create what you can with that, and you cheat it when you shoot it. So we shot it in a particular way.
I want to give you a pat on the back as well, because you made yourself very accessible. We've had films here a long time, and sometimes, it's normally a nightmare to get anywhere near anybody, you know, when they're filming. But this is the thing, of course, you're using this now to try and get the pitch in there for the TV show, whatever.
Yeah.
Where are you up to then? I mean, what happens now?
So we've got a full story, a 6-part series 1 full story. We've already been chatting with Isle of Media about how it would work on the Isle of Man, shooting it, which is great. And then we're working with a consultant in the UK to try and get basically the distribution side of it, which is what we need to kind of find a channel or channels or an online platform that would be interested in taking it on board. And then that's when you can then start to go into production, because through the distribution you get the funding. And so at the moment we're trying to find distribution for it.
That'd be Netflix these days, wouldn't it? I mean, that seems to be everyone's going to.
There's lots of different online avenues that we could go down. Obviously, your Netflix and your Amazon are your top 2, but there are quite a lot of others, and it's also looking at the market base that we're trying to market the series at, and what they would watch it on, or what online platforms they would watch. So it's kind of, we're in that stage of figuring out who the best port of call is. Now we've got the whole story.
Okay, well, we look forward to following your journey, and you can see Marco's event, the actual film, if you've got the ticket for Monday, the hot ticket by the sounds of it, here in the Isle of Man. And as I say, the journey continues. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.